reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
One more time.
There we go. I got it. All right. Just going to turn you down just 2 notches. There we go. All right. Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I muted again?
No. So what it did was...
I'm your other host, Quincy.
There we go. What it did was it switched over to another audio source. And I didn't know it did that. So I'll cut this whole fucking thing out. Okay. Anyways. How you doing over there, Q?
I am alive.
I am also alive. Last week, we decided to take a break. You had something that had come up, and I was just burnt. So I was just like, yeah, this week, fine. And I completely spaced on today, so that's why we're running a little late, but we're going to...
Well, and then I had technical issues with not remembering to log into a computer.
That too. I'm drinking a really nice raspberry cold as hell raspberry peace tea. You got anything special over there, Q?
I actually forgot my drink downstairs.
Okay, you go ahead and go grab your drink downstairs while I talk about the humble.
Oh, I'll be okay. Okay.
But we got a couple humble bundles to go flying on through. First one is the monthly had changed. Seeing as we skipped last week, I rolled it over to this one. Great games this week. Or month, I should say. Starting off with Remnant 2. Fantastic game. I love it to death. Difficult as all nails. Persona 5 Strikers. Another really good, great game. Jusant. If you liked Journey but want a little bit more exploration and control over that aspect, boom. Dome Keeper. A really nice platformy adventure. Jack Move. I have only seen this. It's like a JRPG, but with cyberpunk additives. I'm here for it. Station to Station, a card-ish game, board game, turned into a computer game, and in a nice little voxel style. It looks fine, looks fun. Not my cut, but, you know, not all games can be for me, but it still looks good. Remnant Records, a nice little spooky game where you play as either an exorcist, a medium, or it's basically what was that haunted house game that came out not too long ago that everyone was losing their shit about?
Oh, I don't know.
Phasmophobia? Something like that.
Maybe?
But even
I
still,
honestly don't remember a haunted house one.
Yeah, it was you investigate the house and see who's like what kind of creature it is. If it's an oni, a devil, so on and so forth, and write down your findings, and you get paid off of how correct you are. But this one looks like it's just Phasmophobia with skills and skill trees. And a very crazy... I don't even know what to call this. It's not really a story-based adventure when things are so crazy. McPixel 3. It is a... it's a game. I just don't know its genre. It's an action game. That's as far as I got. But all of these, $12, not bad. Already, the first 3 games are worth the price on its own. Getting all these other ones, fantastic. This one helps out the crisis text line. Not everybody is comfortable with talking to receive help. So good news, they opened up a text line, 741-741. If you text HUMBLE to that phone number, a crisis counselor will be able to reach out to you, and it is completely anonymous. It has English and Spanish... Oh, quiet. It has English and Spanish support, so anyone in any language in the United States can seek out help. I think is it?
I do like the concept of being able to text.
Yeah, because some people have a really hard time finding their voice when talking about such a serious issue. Quincy, what do you know about the SNEG engine? SNEG.
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah. This thing predates both of us for computer games. So back before we existed, there was a engine called Sneg, and through its creation, it created very unique games, DOS games, very tough to play style games because, well, this was the golden age of the early of PC gaming. And one game comes to mind, Chasm the Rift, a very old school shoot 'em up style first person shooter. It was done, I think this was one of the later ones, 1987. So this is after Doom, Doom 2 and all that. This is when technology is pushed a little further and they say, let's add a RPG element, a talking element. So this one's more for like people who like Fallout but want to see where kind of Fallout gets its roots. Blade of Darkness, another Souls like ish that was before Demon Souls, so it's an okay one. And then a whole bunch of games I don't think either one of us has even heard about. Turn based strategy games, fantasy slashers. I have heard of Witch Haven, but haven't really done anything toward knowing about it. But if you happen to really like all these old school style games and want to support Direct Relief, which helps provide medical relief all over the world, all 50 states and 70 countries, including, they like to boost up top notch medical supplies for those regions. And as I mentioned before, Direct Relief, I see a whole bunch of stickers of vehicles that are helping out this exact cause. So it's nice to see that there are people who support this, as well as the support is actually out there, driving around, helping get pieces into the right places. Yeah. Boop. Something that Quincy will like and can talk about. The Jurassic World Evolution Completionist Bundle. Oh boy, $20 gets you the whole dang thing. So out of all of this,
I mean, I do like Jurassic Park stuff.
yes. Did you play the second one?
I did. I think it's actually currently installed on my console.
Oh, good, good, good. So this one involves Jurassic World Evolution, as well as the one DLC that came out for Jurassic World Evolution. But you get Jurassic World Evolution 2 and all of those DLCs. Oh no, here's some Jurassic World 1 DLCs further down.
Yeah, there was a decent amount of DLCs for one. There was a shit ton for two.
yeah, and you get all of those by paying $20. And this one, do you have a favorite dinosaur?
I'm a T-Rex guy.
You're a T-Rex guy? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I forget the name of mine has such a strange name. I just call it the tickle chicken. Therizinosaur.
Oh, I
That's
know what you're
it.
talking about.
Yeah. Is there a way to apply to be a helper? Our channel not really that big enough, but we'll talk, Hugo. We'll talk. This one helps out two.
You appreciate the enthusiasm.
Yeah. There's two that of these that help out females who want to build something. Girls Who Code and the Girls Take Games Scholarship Fund. Girls Who Code, a nonprofit organization that is helping build using the study programs as well as the chief incentive to just build games. They just recently, I believe these guys also helped out with the very recent Game Jam that just released at the beginning of this year, as well as one I think that's going to be for horror games very soon. I think it's the 20th through the 27th. Do not quote me on that, but go take a look around the itch.io scene. They usually talk about game jams. As for Girls Make Game Scholarship Fund, it's pretty much just making sure that females get all the help they need with the summer camps, workshops, and undergraduate degree programs to put them into positions they are hoping for in companies that are strangely firing a lot of people, but hopefully hiring a lot of new ones that are wanting to make games. It's so frustrating in our generation that there are now what do they call them? Unions in gaming and needing to sign all the contracts to make sure that you can still keep your job after the game drops. It's wild. Bop.
Well, I mean, unions are meant to help the
I'm
employee.
aware.
Are you saying it's frustrating that they have to do that to be able to
It,
protect their job
co-
because like companies can't be trusted? Is that what you're?
that is what I'm
Okay,
saying. That is what I'm saying.
gotcha.
Have a Warhammer Day. This one I'm going to very briefly go through because I've only played, I think, one of these games. Yes, I've only played one of these games. I just very recently got Space Marine 2. I haven't touched it since I bought it. Like, it's one of those games that I want to learn more about, but I keep getting scared off. Shoota's Blood and Teeth is a fun little beat up around style game if you want to learn the Orcs lore, which is probably, in my opinion, the best lore because they just have fun. They just go fight. Um, and then all the rest are just either top down tactical based, hack and slash style, or a very interesting first person that doesn't really relinquish you of your weaponry. I'm surprised the boomer shooter one isn't on here, but all of them are supported straight up by Warhammer. It helps out. It gets better. If you're a part of the LGBT community, this one is a good one to outreach to if you are having any sort of issues. They have a few mentors on tap that basically say, I have an idea of what you're going through, and I'm going to talk you through it. I'm going to help you get through all of it. And so they have folks in positions to help say it gets better. We got to stretch and drink it, chat. Perfect. And also the
Well,
breast
that's
cancer.
something.
And also the breast cancer. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm alive. We're good.
Okay, okay. The Breast Cancer Research Foundation. This month is breast cancer research all over this entire month. So it's always good to help support that really big company get everything they need because they are so close to solving breast cancer, like getting it to the point of curing in I believe 90 days, which it boggles my mind that you can do that quickly. And one more, I promise. What? So Quincy and I really like D&D. We enjoy it. We play it. I don't support wizards, but I do support individual writers. And what these individual writers did is they have very old school style covers for their books. And I'm here for this entire set. Um, some of the books are just mostly the dark fantasies, like the Reed Mazes, the Blackwood Forests, the super horror or the Underdark style stuff. There's not really much for urban environments, from what I can quickly see. It is very um, vast lands, if that makes sense. A few of these definitely give off Vampire Hunter vibes, and others give off very late 80s action vibes. There's a channel on a freebie website that does the 1990s D&D cartoon, or 80s D&D cartoon. I don't know how far back it went. This one helps out the Global Food Banking Network. Basically get food across the world. Easy, simple as that. Did you like Red Dead Redemption 1,
I do
Q?
like one, not Red Dead Revolver.
That's fair. Red Dead Revolver was rough.
Oh no, I was asking to make sure I was clear. I didn't play Revolver. I did like one, yes.
Okay. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption and the Undead Nightmare is going to be re-released. But was there something you wanted to tack on to the D&D stuff? I'm sorry.
Just that I like that how creative people can be and being able to access stories outside of what Wizard drones out is actually really nice.
Mm-hmm. And also, some of these have virtual tabletop packs, which is kind of nice. So you can just have it all set up. That's so cool. I like that. I might actually drop a little bit for this if I notice they're good with it. But back over to Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare. Did you play Undead Nightmare?
I have it. I've never actually played it.
Oh, it's fun. It's almost like Black Ops 2 Zombies, but with a little bit more freedom of movement. It allows you to reach places that Black Ops 2 wouldn't allow you to reach and then be able to either hold out or run through. Hugo in chat says they need Undead Nightmare 2. I kind of concur, but at the same time, I haven't played Redemption 2, so that's, I don't know. I fell out of Rockstar Games after the 4th re-release of GTA 5, so I just kind of said, y'all have fun with that.
How many re-releases are we at now? 80, 90?
Good news, 6. Bad news, it was the 6th one was for Stadia. And we know how that turned out.
So, right, yeah. As for the whole, we need an Undead Nightmare 2. There was a lot of belief that we were going to get that in Red Dead 2 online because like people had like seen the occasional zombie looking type thing, but they completely gave up on Red Dead Online because of how much money GTA Online was making them, and so they decided to focus on that full force.
That makes sense. They were making hand over foot over fist on how much they were making in, what was it, shark cards?
Oh yeah, the shark cards alone, but then they would do like the expansions and stuff like that too, where like you could get specific cars and new houses, and they launched the casino, and there's just all those different things, and a lot of that stuff was free, but there would be like better versions of the free stuff if you paid a little bit.
I hope they don't do it. Well, I haven't seen too much of the Red Dead Redemption stuff being like, you can bounty hunt and do all that stuff on co-op. That's super cool. I appreciate that they allowed all that stuff on co-op, so that way you can earn money and revenue and not be too hassled by other players. But what would going back to Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare, would that cause you to rebuy this game? Like, are you excited for this?
Rebuy it? No, I mean if they gave me access to, so like to get me to rebuy the original Red Dead and Undead, they'd have to go through and like completely overhaul it. You're talking like a Resident Evil 2 remake level of type of overhaul.
Okay.
The reality is they're probably not going to do that. So the next best thing would be to make it $10 or $20.
That would be the idea.
Or to make it accessible, through the fact that I already own Red Dead 2 and Red Dead Online and whatnot.
That is an idea. That is a very good idea. The other thing is, just cheapen it out. Just make it $20. Make everybody happy. Like 20 would probably be the max, considering it's both. They are, I believe, 4K, even though the textures certainly don't look 4K. The textures look a little flatlined. But I mean, I'm not gonna go chasing away anybody. This was still a very good game, just not my cut. I didn't find my fun in the old Wild West. But Quincy, did you ever play Chicken Police Hard Boiled Detective?
No.
Okay. If you want a old school noir, like drinking every night but always solving the mystery type, Chicken Police was one of the go-tos for that kind of the takeover on that. And now we're getting a sequel, Into the Hive, where the entire 1 minute and 40-second trailer is just nothing but pulp noir references. And I'm like, I love that. That is such a really good style of storytelling, in my opinion, because you get the black and white. The entire thing is black white with very succinct yellow marks, and it also gives Sin City vibes. If anyone's ever seen that movie. Speaking of which, I just watched
Sin City in forever.
I watched A Dame to Kill For again. It's such a weird story.
I still have not seen it.
Really? It's
yeah.
Don't go in for cohesion, go in for the action. That's all I can say, brother. Thoughts on Until Dawn?
Sounds like Frank Miller.
Yeah. Hugo in chat asked me thoughts on the Until Dawn remastered. It's just, and also the movie that's going to be going out with it. There's a huge shrug on my shoulders. Like, I'm happy that they have the money to do this. I would rather see them work on new projects, personally. I've already played through Until Dawn. It looked
I
pretty then.
absolutely loved Until Dawn.
Mm.
The only reason why I would want this remaster is if it's making it accessible on all platforms.
Mm.
And I would say go ahead and like do the movie, but only if you do it like with some serious love and respect to the original game concept.
From what I've heard, it is. From what little I have seen, I've seen a few scenes, and they took a few snippets from the early game, and I was like, okay, I can get down with this. The friggin' Wendigo is definitely going to be CG, but we're not that far to see it yet. I'm holding up my hands and going, let me see a trailer. That's what I want. Right now, it's in post production, so we'll see what the trailer comes up with. Oh boy, Fortnite's getting a lot of collabs, and Disney is definitely doing some major handshakes. The Incredibles just dropped not too long ago, and Star Wars a little bit before that. But we're also going to be getting Disney villains, and everything looks good. Like I, there's nothing negative to say about these collabs. It's just I don't want to buy anymore. I have no reason to. I'm just giving you the option to. But the Baby Grogu backpack
I have
almost.
spent zero money on Fortnite.
Yeah. Would you, if you had $10, would you buy the Grogu? Would you buy the Grogu backpack?
No.
Now you wouldn't buy the Grogu backpack.
No.
Throws up when you land.
The only thing I have ever been interested in spending any money on when it comes to Fortnite is the game. The Save the World thing or whatever. Yeah. That's the only thing I've ever actually been interested in. And I've never done it. There doesn't seem to be a point because it's not what people play, you know?
You're right. Socky in chat says, people want to see 90-year-old Mama Coco cranking 90s at 90. What she's referring to is the Disney property of Coco, and the grandma in Coco would be a very interesting character to put into Fortnite. I would actually pay to see that. Put her in the Battle Pass. But doop. We're also getting Fortnitemares, and we're getting Billy the Jigsaw individual as well as Leatherface in this collaboration. Fucking they gave Billy a bob cut, but Leatherface looks fine. Everyone else, yeah, they're fine.
Did you see the footage of people making him do all the different dances?
Yeah. I also saw that earlier on when they were doing it to Jason, and even before that when they were doing it to Kratos. Yeah. Making your favorite heroes who are supposed to be stoic and quiet.
Or in this case, villains.
Villains, yeah. Now you're gonna be running into Captain Hook, hitting the gritty after they pop you in the skull with a shotgun. Like, it's such a confusing game. And Shaquille O'Neal is in it. They got Big Shaq in there too. His commercial was super cute, super fine. As soon as he popped up, I was just like, well, now you can do the what is it? The Ultimate Showdown. Because now you got Optimus Prime, Shaq, Indiana Jones, and Master Chief. So now you can have at least 4 pieces of the Ultimate Showdown fighting against other pieces of that. It's
just becoming Ready Player One.
It's becoming Ready Player One, as well as I hope there's someone out there producing the Ultimate Showdown in Fortnite just to do it, just because you can now. But there's a few pieces still missing. As well as, even for the car side, Fortnite and Fast and the Furious, the Nissan GTR Skyline. It's one of my favorite cars, and I was like, how are they getting, like, they just recently had Aston Martin. Before that, they had Porsche. And I'm like, Jesus criminy, you guys are getting a lot of all these really interesting licenses. And, like, pulling together all this stuff. They are going to take over the entire the entire world with how many collaborations they have. It's nuts. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Abadoo. Quincy, do you like waking up in the morning to Mario sounds?
Dude, I don't like waking up in the afternoon.
That's fair. How about machine gun fire? So
I'm gonna stick to what I initially said.
that's fair. So what we're talking about is the Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo, a $100 alarm clock. And it can wake you up with Mario Odyssey, which has Jump Up Superstar, a good song, fine. You know, every time you move and rustle around, you earn coins, or you hear Mario go wah wahoo as you wake up. And then the only way to turn off the alarm is to stand up fully. And I'm like, that's a good way to turn off an alarm clock, I guess. It also features two that we've seen: a Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom. Don't know which one it is. Zelda one that tracks your moving and all that, and a Splatoon one that while you're moving you hear machine gun fire. So I mean, it'll wake you up, I guess. There are rumors that there's going to be a Pikmin one, and oh yeah, there it is. There's the Pikmin one. I would probably, if I bought this on like clearance or something, because I ain't paying no $100 for it, I would probably do the Pikmin one. I really like Pikmin. Splatoon, as said, if you want machine gun fire. Ring Fit, if you want to wake up with an energetic feel. Oh, it's just those 5. Cool. I'm glad you showed us all of them.
I would only accept this if one, it wasn't $100. 2, if when I successfully get out of bed when it's set to Legend of Zelda, if I get the do.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure it does that. Let me see, because there's the Zelda one over Yonkers. Where the fuck is the Zelda one? I'm gonna play the audio. Sorry, Nintendo, don't sue me.
And when you get out of bed,
Nope, it just showed us that one. Dang. Okay, well, even still, I noticed that there are also connections to the internet, so you can get other. Oh, you get hourly chimes as well as downloadable ones, because I believe I saw Animal Crossing and Mario Kart. So this one can also get even more alarms. Hold on, we're actually gonna pause, because this now is making it worth it, where you're not just limited to the 5, you're now limited to the 7 for now. I mean, I'm still not gonna buy it for $100, but it's just now it's making the bang worth the buck. And it also does sleep.
It's just far too high of a price.
And it also does movement records, because it's sitting there watching you move, so it's able to do sleep detections. Interesting. And Larmo does not communicate any information to Nintendo. It's just basically just movement reports. Okay, you know what? This is not a bad product. I was gonna be like $100 for just an alarm, but now that I know that it does sleep movements and rhythms, and if you take a nap, it detects that too. Or if you're just laying on your bed, it's just detecting that you were on your bed for that detection. I can appreciate this. This gets a pass. Any other gaming things, Q?
Not really. But there was something I meant to mention.
Was it another
Oh,
TikTok?
was there new Game Pass stuff?
Oh, that's right. We skipped that. So yeah, there were 4 games that got announced a couple weeks back, and I completely spaced on it. It was. Let me pull up a new window and move it over here, so that way there's extra pieces. Pardon me, like 12 seconds. Gotta love fast internet.
So I have the recently added while you're looking that up. So we got Sifu, which we knew was coming. Apparently, Payday 2 Crime Wave Edition is back on there. Mad Streets, which looks like kind of a I don't know. It's kind of like just one of those like brawlers, but it's got a different animation. It's not like Double Dragon esque. It's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
And then Inscription,
Wait, Inscription is on Game Pass now?
like the card one.
Ooh.
Now I'm assuming. Well, it says I can install it to the Xbox, not just the computer. So it looks like it is a console version.
Good. We like Inscription.
I am kind of interested in that because I remember you talking a lot about that when it came out.
Yeah, it is a psychological horror mixed in with a card game, not the other way around, and I really, really appreciate it. You will get frustrated, but the game is beatable. You just gotta take your time.
That's my secret, Cap.
I'm always annoyed. But the 4 games that I was going to talk about is All You Need Is Help. You and 3 friends put pieces of your corduroy or stitched up body into positions, and you basically, you're just crochet. You head empty, get things done. It's a very co-op game. Go and get a couple friends into this if you happen to want to move around. The 2 games that I definitely want to talk about, I have downloaded the last 3 games. Legend of Mana, Trials of Mana, and We Heart Katamari Reroll Royal Reverie. Hui
Of Mana.
of Mana, of Time. Legend of Mana is the original classic with a little bit of upbeat like control scheme for today's generation. Re-rendered pixel graphics. It is the 16-bit stuff, but with remastered music. I am here for that shit. I'm probably going to drop about 20 hours on this when I find time. Trials of Mana is the weaker of the 2, but remember the last podcast where I was like, PlayStation has the Lunar Legends saga. They got those 2 games, and then I was just like scratching the back of my head, and I was like, couldn't you guys get like one of the of Mana games or of the Abyss or like the Tales of games, like any of those? And then literally after the cast, this gets dropped. We get the better games. PlayStation could keep the Lunar Legends. We got of Mana. Those games I can stand by. Even though Trials of Mana not my favorite, play it. It's fun. It's actually fun. Yeah. And I believe there's one more game that got dropped today. Give me one sec. Shit. Oh no, just Mad Streets. Cool. Is there gonna be another Black Ops 6 like beta? Like give us one more beta, please. Give us one more
I
beta.
don't know, I've been seeing a lot of the ads. I think they're ramping up to just drop it.
Come on, man. Also, this meme. I'm actually kind of shocked that this meme popped out. What if we kissed at the shipment center hardpoint? Anyways.
Is that not what the shipment center hardpoint's meant for?
Oh my god, it is such a harsh map, tell you what. But any other gaming news, Q?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. Shoe news. Quincy sent me a TikTok of this, and I found them. These are coming soon. They are going to be dropped on the 12th of this month, I believe, on pre-order. I'm not 100% if it's a release or pre-order, but it says the 12th. We have here the $220 Instapump Furies to match the Creature of the Black Lagoon. We have ourselves a $180 Pump TZs. That is for Frankenstein. We have the really nice looking brown Club C block shoes for $120. 130 BB4000, which is Dracula. And they have like this really nice leatherette, like fake leather with like a slight red tinge to it. And I can really appreciate these ones. Can I get the full size of that one? No? Oh. Okay, that's probably the best you're going to get for the red hue if you happen to see it in chat. Badoop. And lastly, we have ourselves the $120 Club C Mega Quartz, which I believe is for the Bride of Frankenstein, which I'm not too keen a fan of. Looks a little Frankenstein. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names.
It's Frankenstein. I'm quoting Young Frankenstein.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in years. I gotta watch that movie again.
It's a solid one.
It is a very solid one. But this shoe, these are probably the weak ones of all the shoes. Even the werewolf plain Jane Brown ones that I can actually really respect. On the backing of the shoe, it looks like it has like a dried blood. If I can get that, yeah, it looks like it's got a little bit of like markings on the sides, and I'm like, that's kind of a neat little thing for the wolf man. And the other ones I didn't really notice anything too out of the ordinary. The mummy one's got some, or not.
I didn't mind the Frankenstein, like the regular Frankenstein. I kind of like the stitching look.
The stitching look, yeah. How's the inside look? Oh god. Oh, it's even got a little bolt up there. Okay, it gets a little bit more of a pass now that I can see it up close. Yeah, these don't look too bad. I can actually respect these ones a little well. And then the last one, let's pop up the creature from the Black Lagoon. These ones are like half boots. Like these things look like they are heavy duty boots. They have little fins on the back. Yay. Very swampy, if you were.
Little fins are cute.
Yeah, very swampy. And they're the ones that pump on the side, not on the top. So if you want that extra fit, you pump it on the side. For $220.
Does the pump actually do anything?
Yes. So what they did was, as soon as you put it on, it is technically one size too small. It is one size bigger than what you ordered, and you pump it to your size.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit weird, but it
interesting choice.
And very interesting choice. But dope. We talked about it before, and now they are getting restocked. The Pokemon Crocs collection releases on October 17th, exclusively at Foot Locker and clogs.com. Just thought I'd mention it, just because these were actually probably one of the better ones if you have kids that like Pokemon.
Because you like to torture me.
Hey, I don't know if that's the proper bit there. I don't know if that's the proper bit there. I don't want to torture you. These are comfortable shoes, and if you have parents that want to buy their kids some, comfy Crocs, $70, not a bad price. Guess what? More Crocs. These ones have fuzzy inserts in them. So if for the holidays, they're already getting a jump on it for Disney Mickey, and as said, they're vibrant in its green and red with a little bit of white stripe on the bottom. It is a Christmas cookie coughed up on this thing multiple times. It is $80 for the Disney Christmas clog, and it's very fuzzy interior. It's even got a little bow in the back. Get ready for Christmas.
Choices were made. I'm not happy with the choices, but choices were made.
Choices were made. And I've been watching a lot of Treehouse of Horror recently. And one of the episodes that I watched...
I am very happy for you, because that sounds like an amazing way to spend your time.
Yes. And I very recently watched this episode where Ned Flanders turns into a werewolf. And I was like, oh, these shoes are inspired by that. And these Adidas collaboration with Simpsons has me kind of really smiling over it. You get a couple enamel pins.
Can you send that to me after the episode, or even during the episode? I don't give a damn. But send that to me, because I already love this.
Yeah, okay, you got it. Bop, bop, bop. There you go. These really nice looking Adidas shoes have a little bit of fuzz on them, a little bit of what looks to be like a terry style fabric, but I really enjoy its color scheme. It's very Ned Flanders. It comes with 3 enamel pins, a very small poster of "I know what you diddly did," and a what looks to be a hanger, like a leatherette hanger of the werewolf Ned. And these are going for $130 on the 15th of this month. There we go. There's the close-up. Bop, bop, bop. I know what you did. Wow. Wow. That's all the photos. They're good photos. Good shoes. Is that all the shoe news? That is all the shoe news. Bob, I watched the first 3 episodes of season 3 of The Legend of Vox Machina. If you are a huge nerd and want to watch other huge nerds make an animated show about being huge nerds with a little bit of cool drama, this is for you. Like it's pretty dang good. It's well produced, music's well written. I got nothing bad to say about it. I am gonna probably watch episode 4 very soon-ish. And we'll just kind of go from that. Have you watched any of Vox Machina?
I have not.
As said, it's only if you want to spend the time watching other nerds play D&D. You know how it is. But doop.
I'll probably eventually get to it.
Oh. Okay. Hold on. Someone's messaging me. Oh no. Okay. Nope, we're good.
Buzz.
Yeah, I know, right? My whole phone was just vibrating over there. Speaking of D&D, D&D Beyond has updated their stuff, and it made me a little unhappy last week. But just kind of going over it real quick, they're changing over to their new D&D free rules, that some of which I still have to pay for, even though I have supported them. I'm a little frustrated at how Wizards is running this, but at the same time, they are allowing for a little bit more constructability. In such, with their new Dungeon Master's Guide, they are actually showing people how they can Dungeon Master with a little bit more security. A bastion, a safe haven for the players to continue to construct, build, continue to work on, like having hirelings, having very specific facilities, being able to add on a pub, a teleportation circle, a study for your wizard, or a what do they call it? A monastery for your priest, or even your warlock. It's things that are to help build your personal role play, as well as open up a hub, in a sense, for your players. And I can really respect that. But this also brings up one other thing, is their new project, Project Sigil. I've signed up for this ages ago. It is a tabletop that you're allowed to build in using set pieces, so you can actually build the bastion alongside the players. They have a preset of just a very simple one that you can keep adding pieces to, name rooms, etc., etc. And they even say that there is going to be a uploading thing. So if you build a map that you're proud of and you want to show the community, you can have it upload and be like, "Ooh, I really like that map. I'm going to use it for my game." And then it allows for sharing of maps a lot more easier. I am very excited because this is also coming to consoles and mobile phones. So it's not going to be just PC only. I'm super curious on how this is going to play.
I love the idea of community. I don't trust that Wizards of the Coast isn't just looking at this as a way to be like, well, but we're giving you content by getting people to work for free.
You are correct, but that is also where I'm like, where are all these like subscription fees? Like all the subscription fees that allow you to share your books with people. Where are all those like extra subscriptions going? Where's that financing going? So I'm just kind of hoping that, very similar to how Bungie's handling things, they have a plan to get this project out with less people and still paying the people that are still around. That's kind of the hope, but you're right, Q. It is a bit rough trying to figure out if they are using that money for their people. Here's to hoping. But dope. Just a quick little grunt from me because I like wrestling still. AEW Wrestle Dream is in a couple days, and this card looks stacked. If you're a wrestling fan, go and watch it if you can. This shit's gonna be fucking fire. Dope. Yo, that cup looked like MF Doom.
It does. My God, it does.
I might just go in, buy it, and leave. Like, honest to God, it's such a good looking cup. But it's to celebrate Gladiator 2, and I couldn't give a damn about it. Just give me I would probably get the popcorn bucket, the big one, big MF Doom mask. I I've been listening to MF Doom a lot more recently, so this is just kind of like a But how do you know how much these usually cost?
They tend to be in the 30 to 40 range. This one's not as detailed or massive, so I could see it being less, but that doesn't mean it will be less.
Yeah, I mean, seeing as it looks like MF Doom, and people are going to be thinking that, I'm also putting dollars to donuts. That
I feel
someone's
like
going to be out there getting
that's
it.
going to be the only reason it's going to sell. Because I
So-
don't think people care about Gladiator enough for this.
No, someone out there was just like, we're gonna add like a lot more spikes to the top, and then have like the straw going through the blade in the middle, or have the blade be like the grip, etc. I'm like, okay, you changed it up a little, but people are gonna definitely be buying this for the MF Doom reference. Damn. Oh man, are you excited? Is Gladiator 2 on your watch list or nah?
It might be one of those of like, I get my free movie, so why not? But it's definitely not like high up on the list.
Copy. Nor is it on mine.
I didn't really care for Gladiator 1.
Oh yeah, I don't remember much of it. I just remember the "Are you not entertained?" scene. That's pretty much it. Doop. So, I really don't like how folks in the gaming industry make black backgrounds for their notes, because it always makes me think it's a sad note. But luckily, the Al Hope, the creative director behind Alien Isolation, sent out a little thing that said, um, on behalf of the team, a sequel to Alien Isolation is in early development. We look forward to sharing more details when it's ready to be dropped. I'm very appreciative that they're doing a sequel to that. I really had a rough time with Alien Isolation, but beating that game, super solid. Happy that there's going to be a sequel. Oh, you haven't beaten Alien Isolation, have you?
I have not.
Okay.
But I did start listening to the book version.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, it gives you the vast majority of the story, and I'm assuming that this gameplay is going to be a little bit more wild and loose, because a lot of the new directors seem to be wanting much more faster paced gameplay. So we'll see what drops out after Alien Isolation and what that's going to be called. Badoop. Welcome to the Demon Realm, Dragon Ball Daima, the next series of Dragon Ball that Akira Toriyama, I believe, finished a couple years prior to his passing, is going to be dropping on
I'm
Netflix.
so far behind.
I haven't watched too much Super, so I'm right there beside you. Like,
I haven't
finished
watched a single episode of Super.
I maybe watched 12 episodes into Super and said, okay, this is cool, I'll come back to this, and just never did. But Dragon Ball Daima is a whole reimagining. Do not go in expecting how things are. No, it is now how things is. This is all just straight up. Akira Toriyama did a little bit of doodling for some of these characters and said, this is what I want. I don't want this power scaling. I want original Dragon Ball thoughts. So he said, do not connect this to Z. Do not connect this to original Dragon Ball. This is a what if Goku didn't land on Earth? What if he landed elsewhere? So go into this with a little bit of a light heart. Go in expecting Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z. That's kind of how I'm understanding it. I may watch this. It is October 14th in Asia and October 18th on all the globally, and I'm very excited to watch this. But doop. I really like the cover that these really good Hulk and Wolverine statuettes are showing. Hulk moving aside.
I love these statues, dude. These are looking so good.
They are. And then over on the Wolverine one, how you can see the Hulk in the claws. I was like, fuck, that's a real good. And
It's done so well.
tomorrow's the pre-order. We have no clue of prices, but damn, are these previews nice. I'll see if I can get
I'm
something.
expecting hundreds.
I'm expecting 120 each, or if you buy both, 200. That's kind of what I'm leaning in on. But
I don't know if they do that over at McFarlane. Like if you buy both, you get a discount. I don't know if that's a thing.
We'll see. We'll see next week because it'll be dropping tomorrow, and then we'll just kind of push it over. Howdy. The Hulk one definitely does look nice, and it does go hand in hand with it because it was a very short run of Wolverine versus Hulk, right?
It's something that like kept happening off and on for like years.
They just hate each other that much. Gotcha. I mean, next week I'll definitely find
I
these.
mean, you got
again,
two
put 'em
guys
up.
that are essentially indestructible.
Yeah, and one that just gets stronger with anger. So there's a power scaling somewhere, I'm sure. Badoop. It's Cheese Gromit. A Wallace and Gromit 4K Ultra HD collection will be released on December 10th. It will have fully restored 4K and audio versions of a Grand Day Out, which is my favorite. The Wrong Trousers, which I haven't seen, A Close Shave, and A Matter of Loaf and
You've never seen The Wrong Trousers?
I have not seen The Wrong Trousers.
It's
Have you?
robot pants and they go rogue.
Really? Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check that one out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call myself a huge fan of Wallace and Gromit, but whenever it's around, I happen to lean my ear over and take a peek. Like I haven't had much of a problem with Wallace and Gromit, but I don't really just lean for it. But if this is inexpensive, it may go on the shelf somewhere. It's Cheese Gromit. Bop. And that is all I've got for the day. Oh, hey, thank you
That's
for the
everything,
bits.
buddy. I mean, it was I feel. Oh, hey, thank you. It was a good week. It wasn't like a heavy week, but the stuff there was good stuff.
Oh yeah, and
You know
especially
what I mean?
getting the of Mana games. I've got 60 hours now dedicated to those until Dragon's Quest 3 pops, and I'm just gonna be playing a JRPG this entire month. Like it's wild, and I've been drawing a little bit
I
more.
mean, there's worse things, right?
Yeah, there is worse things. There are worse games that have popped out over the last couple of weeks that kind of got me looking over at people wondering why are we still supporting terrible companies? But that's neither here nor there. That's just me being a little
Looking at you, Ubisoft.
Oh, I am punching Ubisoft. So fine, I'll quickly mention this. So there is the behind the scenes of talking about the Skulls and Bones DLC, the add-on that they're wanting to do, which is going to allow you to get out of that area and head across the Atlantic to the Eastern Board, the English Channel, like that entire area up there. And I'm like, ooh, okay. During that time, it's just all the Navy. Like there is jack shit you're gonna be doing up there, and it allows you to do smuggling runs, etc. And they were just like, this is a great idea. People want to do like chivalrous chases. None of the playtesters had fun. Not a single one of them had fun. So I was like, yeah, nah, I'm all right.
I
I'm glad I didn't.
mean,
I'm glad I did not get that game. Mm-mm.
surprised.
Mm-mm.
Like I'm not surprised.
Ubisoft will soon learn the error of their ways, I'm sure.
Will
But
they?
they're gonna have to, because having one of the COOs or CEOs say, and I quote, "Don't get used to owning your games,
Hunger
brother,
Games.
brother." That is a terrible idea, but we'll yell at them next week because there is going to be some more talk about a couple of their games. They said that they were going to announce, I believe, on the 12th. So we'll have some news about them, hopefully. Hopefully nothing bad. I hope. I swear to God, I see Siege. I'm going to just not talk about them for like a month. But I digress. Thank you guys for joining us.
It's gonna be Assassin's Creed shit. It's gonna be Assassin's Creed shit. There's
if
no
it's-
way it isn't.
If it's Assassin's Creed shit, okay, you're forgiven. Just show us gameplay, please. I'm itching for something. But thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check out the Discord link if you happen to want to talk to us a little more live. go over to Zenny, and they are actually holding a really good deal, buy two get one free on the blue light ones still. Remember to check us out on our personal Twitters. I've been posting a lot of wrestling stuff. Check out Humble Bundle, help out some charities while also getting some really cool stuff. Really good Humble Choice, or the monthly this month. And that is it. At the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please, for the love of God, love one another. It's free to do. Bye, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
A little laggy today, but next week will be better. Abadoop.
Yeah, there was a couple months where it was kind of like when you were speaking. Like I can understand what you were saying, but clearly it was like struggling for some reason.